We are here at DPW Solid Waste on South Belmont to talk about some of the workers that do the work for the city. When you see these white trash trucks and these snow trucks rolling down the streets, these are the men, that make a difference in the women, to drive these trucks, to supervise, to put together, to keep our city a clean city, to make it work every day. We're going to ask Dave White to come on up. We're going to talk about snow truck. I know it's 88 degrees out here today on this show, but that's all right. We can't talk about snow early enough. Now, we hope it don't be that much snow. Cold weather we can deal with. But snow is coming, snow is coming, snow is coming. Well, Indianapolis got to be prepared. And one thing we want to contrast is the old and the new. Mayor Greg Ballard, I know, has been committed to changes in the city. And I know last year the city was able to purchase how many new trucks, Dave?
Came close to replacing half the fleet, which is about 40 trucks.
Boy, 40 new trucks in an economy like this. I told somebody that, and they couldn't believe that this city's buying equipment, not laying people out. How many are we scheduled by this year?
We should have the whole fleet replaced by the end of this year.
You hear that?
A total 80 vehicles.
80 vehicles replaced.
Somewhere around that number.
80 new trucks to keep those streets clean that you can get to work. Now, if you look behind us a little bit, Dave, why don't you talk about the old and the new for us right quick?
Some of the bigger differences, as you can see right off the bat, is the body. The older trucks, they always had steel bodies, and this year we went to a stainless steel body, which will last just as long as the engine and the running and the capabilities of the truck. The durability of the stainless steel body will last so much longer. The life of them is 2-3 times than the regular steel body. The engine itself and the cab, as you can see, is highly visible, a lot of lights. They're looking out for the safety of the men and the safety of the public by all the extra accessories that they've installed on this vehicle. They've also changed the hydraulics. The hydraulics inside the older trucks was partially on the floor, so as you drove, you had to reach somewhat behind you and feel for the hydraulic control. And to your right, the far right where the other control is, so you always had to try to keep your eyes ahead, but you always had to glance, so it made it kind of a little unsafe. With these new trucks, all the controls are around you, and as you sit, you never have to take your eyes off the road. It makes it so much safer, not only for the drivers, but for the public. It's one of the best things they have done by installing these new hydraulics in these trucks. You can control the truck so much better, safer. It makes our job a lot easier. I can't go over and over how much easier it is to operate these new vehicles that they purchased for us.
And you all are doing your work. What can the citizens do to keep it safe out there when you all are rolling in the winter?
Once again, if they just would watch out for us, yield the right of way, kind of look out for us and give us the room. And above all else, don't pass us. That's one of the biggest causes of accident is pedestrians not seeing us and on the corner of the road and us having to watch out for them. And also cars coming up trying to pass us on the right at stop signs and stoplights. If they just yield the right of way and look out for us, we can look out for them by doing the job for them and get them safely wherever they need to go.
Maybe we need to start a campaign. Don't pass a snow truck.
That would be great. That would be absolutely great.
How much material, salt, chemicals, whatever you use with a truck like this hold?
Well, it depends on the load that you can get. Usually 8 to 12 tons. The max is, I believe, 46,000 pounds, 46 or 50, somewhere around that for a tandem. So we can hold off a lot of material to get the job done.
Now, how long would they keep a truck out? How many miles would they cover?
You figure your average snow area is between 50 and 70 miles. Each route varies between 5 and 10 miles, somewhere around that. So with a load on the truck, usually as I'm running at night, I can do sometimes 2 routes, which is about 20 to 30 miles. Sometimes, less or more, depending on how heavy the snow and ice is outside.
Yeah. So that's a lot of rolling snow and quite a bit of chemical that's being spreaded on the streets. I know a lot of times people want you to get out there like it snows and they want it clean half an hour after it snows.
Well, that's because the administrations before and up to now, and including now, have always took care of the snow and ice almost immediately off the road. And now that's another thing that's about these trucks that makes it really nice is you can really control how much salt that you put down by your lane mileage because it's run off the transmission, the speed of the vehicle itself. So if the transmission's sitting idle, it won't run. But as soon as it starts moving, when it hits so many RPMs, the hydraulics will kick on to start spreading the material. So you're never wasting the material, and you're only putting down exactly what you want to put down.
When do you all go out? What's the magic number of snow that comes?
Well, usually they will have us come in. If it's forecasted for snow or ice, they will have us come in, a few hours beforehand. And then they play it by ear as it goes.
All right, so if it's 2 inches, do you all go out?
Yes, sir.
Well, that's not that much snow.
No, it's not, but it can be awful dangerous out there. You hit a bridge with 2 inches of snow on it, it can be very dangerous.
I know commercial drivers, they do parking lots at 2 inches before they go out and make their money. Could we do it at 3 inches and be all right?
No, I wouldn't say it would be safe for us to do that because the air underneath bridges, and that's the biggest problem is bridges, causes the bridges to freeze very much faster than the rest of the roadway. And that's where a lot of your problems is hills and bridges.
Well, it wouldn't work if people start flooding you with calls. The snow is down there. Yes. Is there any other way we get snow up besides? We got the big trucks. Do y'all do sidewalks or anything?
Well, we have crews that go downtown and clean off sidewalks and help at the corners and clean those out for the handicapped and stuff like that. Right. We also, during heavy snows, we have graders and loaders that we send out to start cleaning out in the outer rural areas where we get heavy drifting.
I hope we never see that in a long time.
Believe it or not, we've seen it just last year. A few times we had to send a grader out and a loader out in the rural areas, out far east and far southwest. It's sometimes can get pretty hairy out there.
Oh, that's good. You carrying for everybody. Hey, Dad, appreciate it. Hey, good-looking truck. I'm glad we're getting this new equipment and make it easier for your crew and safer, though.
Safer and easier. That's the main words right there.
And cost savings.
Actually, tell you the truth, there is a cost savings with it because we are saving on material. And when we get out there, we're saving on breakdowns. The other truck, we would continue to have problems with breakdown on hydraulics, hoses, your average day thing. And with the newer vehicles, we ran them all last year, had hardly any breakdowns at all.
I really find that awesome that a city is able to actually buy new equipment when the economy is taking a turn for the worse. But this city is able to replace this snow fleet where people are actually shutting their old fleets down in other cities.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, they sure have. And they've replaced like we said, we've replaced almost the whole fleet with all new trucks.
Boy, it make you want to come in Indianapolis and work.
Yes, it does. It sure does. Makes it nice to come into work.
Hey, thanks for being on We're Watching. We are in Indianapolis today. I appreciate the work you're doing, man.
Thank you for having me, and I thank you very much.
All right, no problem. Hey, you're viewing We're in Indianapolis. We talked about trash trucks. We talked about snow trucks and plow. We talked to some of the gentlemen that do the work for us. We out here DPW, solid waste, where the work is getting done. They go out every morning and make the city cleaner for you. Fill chuck hole. They be plowing snow pretty soon. They do so many great things for the city. And I want to let you know this is where things are happening right here. They get their orders from the top maybe, but the work is done down here every day. Without these men and women doing what they do, our city wouldn't be the city that it is. And I appreciate the work they do at DPW. I appreciate Dave Sherman, amen, the Union 725, and all the work that's going on. And I really appreciate Mayor Ballard for investing in this city with a whole new fleet of snow trucks, turning over the trash truck, so when you call a Mac, your request will be moved on very quickly. Thank you for viewing. We are in Indianapolis. I'm Alden Williams, Deputy Mayor of Neighborhoods. Peace.